Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I wanted to share a few products that I have used throughout, I want to say the beginning of the year. I'm not quite sure when the last Empties video went up. But these are some products that I have used up so far, and I wanted to share some opinions, some thoughts. Would I recommend them? Do I not? So do make sure you stick around and find out. Before we begin the video, however, I would love to invite you all to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Please be sure to add me on all of my other social media platforms. I will link my handles down below. Let's get started. I feel like I have arranged these in some sort of order. So let's go ahead and begin with this. This is the Gergette Klinger Gardenia cleansing toner, and this is perfect for combo oily skin. So this contains soothing aloe that replenishes and moisturizes, while Gardenia extract fortifies your skin, and this is also packed with antioxidants. I would reach for this whenever I had like a ton of excess product over the eye after perhaps showering and not fully removing all of the mascara. I would use this with a cotton round, unlike other toners, because this is a cleansing toner. Because I have so many toners currently, I'm literally like overflowing with products that I need to use up. I don't think I would repurchase, but I did like it for removing any extra product over the skin after cleansing. I think that this would be good. Say for example, if you are going to the gym, you take a wipe and then you want to go back and follow that with a toner that also cleanses the skin. And I'm also pre-filming because we have family coming over, and you know, when family comes over, it stresses me out. So I'm pre-filming, so you'll see me wearing the same exact outfit for the next 3 videos. Next, I have the Commleaf Rose Moisture Pads. This is what the packaging looks like. So it had at the top and then something to protect the little pads that were in here. I really liked these. I like that the pads were literally soaked in the toner here. It is a rose moisture pad with propolis extract and Rosa Damascena flower water. This contained 30 pads, and essentially what it asks you to do is to wipe the pad over the face and neck from the center out, avoiding the eyes. I really enjoyed these. I found this to be lightweight, non-irritating, very hydrating and nourishing to the skin, but at the same time lightweight. I liked using these after cleansing. It just really facilitates your skincare routine because everything is pre-soaked. So you just grab it, apply it, and then you toss it and forget it. Like I said, I'm overflowing with product that I need to try, but if you prefer things that are pre-soaked, this is a good option for you. You do have to be careful with cotton rounds over the skin though, because the friction can sometimes irritate the skin. See here, now I have the CAUDALIE Vinoperfect Radiant Serum. I used this up in about 2 to 3 months. This was a long time favorite of mine a few years ago, and I revisited this product. You saw me do a review of it, but I revisited at the start of the year around February I breezed right through it. I highly recommend this serum if you maybe have an allergy or are very easily irritated by vitamin C. Since this is a little bit more potent, or a lot of bit potent, more potent than vitamin C. So this will give you that antioxidant protection, that brightening, that smoothing and plumping and hydration to the skin. I love this so much that I already have used this much of the second unit that I have currently on rotation. It is the serum that I am wearing underneath all of the makeup today. I really enjoyed this serum. If you are interested in my review, if you haven't checked it out, I will be sure to link that down below for you, so that way you can learn a little bit more about this serum. Within that review there is also a demo for you. And next I have an old favorite of mine. This is the Murad Retinol Youth Renewal Eye Serum. This is the second unit that I have used and I absolutely love this serum. Again, this is something that I do only use at night. I do not use it during the day. I feel like with using this serum, my eyes were a little bit less dark. They were, the lines were a little bit less noticeable, but I did enjoy it, and I do feel like if you have used eye serums before, this is a good serum for you to try. I don't know if I would recommend this to maybe a first-time eye serum user, as I feel like this might be too potent, but you can definitely give it a go anyway. This is, I feel like, smoothing, brightening, and firming to the eye area, and a little bit goes a long way. This is a year-round item for me. I don't feel like it feels heavy or too light on the eyes for a specific season. I feel like it's just hydrating enough that I can use it every evening along the orbital bone. Would I repurchase this? Absolutely. Currently what I am using as an eye serum is the Murad Revitalixir Recovery Serum, and this is an unused bottle that's just kind of sitting here just waiting for me to use it. I do have my open one sitting right across here from the room, and that is what I use along the eye area as an eye serum. So if you've got this, you can use this as both a whole face and an eye serum as well. So now let's talk sunscreen. I do have a ton of open sunscreens, which is not the smartest thing to be doing, but this is one that I have finished. This is the Murad Environmental Shield City Skin Age Defense Broad Spectrum SPF 50 PA+++++. This is a mineral sunscreen, and you have heard me talk about this sunscreen before here in my channel. This is the second tube that I have used, and I absolutely love this sunscreen. This is a mineral sunscreen, and I would show you the texture, but there's literally none here. You can probably see a little bit of the color here on the cap, but this has a bit of a peach tint to it. For it being a mineral sunscreen or a physical sunscreen, it is very lightweight and it just sits over the skin perfectly. Because of the peach tint, it does kind of color correct the slightest, and those are a few of the reasons why I love it. If you are, I would say, normal oily combo skin, you will definitely enjoy this. I don't know if drier skin types will be happy with the hydration or moisture that this will provide because it is so lightweight. But you can, you know, give it a go, maybe take a sample over at Sephora and see if you like it. My favorite time of year for this is definitely spring and summer. It is, I would consider it a seasonal item for me because during fall and winter I do feel like my skin needs a little bit more moisture. This does protect against UVA, UVB pollution, blue light from devices, and infrared radiation. So this is definitely one of my top 5 sunscreens. Absolutely love it, and I kind of forgot this existed until I ran into it in my empties bin. Next item I have is the CAUDALIE Vineactive Overnight Detox Oil. I really enjoyed this. When I would use this, I would use it as the final step or the only step in my routine. I liked that it was a little bit of a lightweight oil. It kind of felt like a dry oil when I would use it on its own. And if I would pair it with a serum, I felt a little bit more moisture from this formula. But I really did just enjoyed how it softened my skin, and yeah, it just gave it a nice healthy glow the next morning. I feel like this was definitely more of a winter item for me just because it is an oil, and this one doesn't really have calming properties to it. I do feel like it's more antioxidant rich. I did use this mask as well. You saw me do a video on this particular unit, and I really enjoyed these. I do need to play around with more of these, but I feel like these are very hydrating and revitalizing, perfect for special events. Another sheet mask that I used was this by Dr. Jart. Love these, especially when my skin is dehydrated from, say for example, being in a really hot, dry climate, or having the air conditioner on all day, every day, or, you know, just being an adult and drinking a lot of adult beverages. That can really make your skin react or feel a little dry or dehydrated. So I really loved that. I also tried this new mask by Wonder, Honey Green Reparative Sheet Mask. I really liked this one too. The sheet was a little bit thicker for my liking. This is by HARUHARU actually. So the sheet was a little thicker than I was used to because I hadn't sheet masked in a while. This is something I recently used, and I did make a post on it in my Instagram. So if you're more interested in a review, you can check that out. But I really did like how it relieved some redness and calmed my skin. Let's talk makeup. So I do have the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. This, you know, is a combination of it being, I can't pull any more product out because I can't reach it, and it's probably expired as well. So concealers have a 6-month shelf life, and I feel like I've owned this for far too long. I really love the Tarte Shape Tape, but currently I'm having a love affair with the TooFaced Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer. It's what I'm wearing beneath the eye area today, and I feel like I like this better than this. So this is one I would reach for when I really needed that coverage, on nights where I felt like I didn't get enough sleep, or on special occasions. Currently my everyday concealer is ColourPop's No Filter, but on filming days, on special occasions, or on days where I really didn't get enough sleep, this is my go-to. I think that once I run out of my TooFaced, I will repurchase her again, and maybe not the Tarte Shape Tape. But I do know that this was groundbreaking when it was first released. So I do know that, you know, there's a cult following behind Tarte Shape Tape, and I don't blame them. I have 2 mascaras, the TooFaced Better Than Sex mascara and the Milk Makeup KUSH mascara, which are these here. Mascaras have a 6-month shelf life as well. Typically, I like to toss them at 3 months because, man, this thing stinks. And this one I just finished using. This one stinks too. If you do notice, there are similarities between the wands, and this is kind of like my favorite wand, if you will. I like a thick natural bristled wand, and I do prefer black mascaras over brown mascaras. I feel like at the end of the TooFaced, at the end of her life here, I felt like she was just really clumpy and kind of shedding towards the end of the day. And currently I'm using this unit. I have another small babe here, but I feel like I love the KUSH mascara a lot more now than the TooFaced Better Than Sex. And I do, for some reason, prefer the smaller, the baby units. I know it's probably not the best, or you know, one to get as far as pricing. It's probably not as good a value, but considering that I have been trying to get rid of things that are expired, I don't want to put expired mascara on my eyes. So I, you know, for the sake of keeping things sanitary, I feel like going forward I'm only going to be using mascara minis. I feel like I might be using a full-size mascara for far longer than I should, if you know what I mean. A few differences between these mascaras. I do feel like now this is a little bit too clumpy for me, and compared with the wands, I feel like there's just too many bristles here, as opposed to this one. I feel like it just does a really good job at lengthening and separating my lashes without being super clumpy. Body and hair do have the Native deodorant. This is one of the natural deodorants that I have used and that has actually worked for me. I currently have another one. I don't know what the scent is, but the lavender rose scent was really, really nice. You can actually find Native deodorants at Tarte now, which is where I picked my first unit of Native deodorant, and I haven't looked back. One of the other things I do like about this deodorant is that I haven't experienced a rash. Yeah, so no rash, no itching. I just smell good all day. And I work in front of a steamer all day, so if that tells you anything. I do have a few Bath & Body Works items here. This is the Sand and Sea Body Scrub with coconut oil from the In the Sun collection that released last year. I do try to scrub my body down at least once a week, which is why it took forever to empty this babe out. I really do like the scrubby sensation. Skin feels smoother and softer after use. You can't really smell the scent of this after you have showered with it, but I just do like getting rid of maybe a self-tanner by exfoliating with this, or prepping the skin for self-tanner as well. This is an oldie but a goodie. This is the Bath & Body Works Japanese Cherry Blossom. This is actually one of the few scents of Bath & Body Works that actually lingers on my body, and I really do love it because it's so fresh and flowery, which I love. But I am trying to stay away from like stuff like this. I want to try and get more into like body oils, but I do feel like I have a lot of Bath & Body Works lotions that I need to work through, so I'm definitely working on that. And I also just hauled like a Sol de Janeiro kit too. Oops. So it's going to be a while before I start using body oils. And then I have the OUAI Hair Care Scalp and Body Scrub. I love this so much. As you know, I do just wash my hair 2 to 3 times a week. 3 is a lot. I think 2 is the more perfect number. And I do go ahead and I use this with my I think it's the Repair shampoo. So I mix in a dollop of this and a dollop. I do mix a little bit of this with my shampoo, and then I just, you know, lather it up, work it in through the scalp, and it really does help to kind of deep clean the scalp, remove any excess dry shampoo, which, you know, on days like to 3 of not washing my hair, I do go in pretty heavy-handed with the dry shampoo. So this really helps to give me that deep clean after not having washed the hair in so long. I haven't used this as a body scrub. I do prefer it as a hair or a scalp scrub. It lathers up very nicely, and I do feel like the granules here are just the right size for your scalp. I don't know, I feel like they might just be too big for the body, but I feel like some people really enjoy it for the hair or the body. I don't think I've met anyone that likes it for both. If you're out there, let me know in the comments down below. But I love this so much that I already have one that is currently in use. Another kind of random empty is the Cali White Teeth Whitening Gel. It's what I use to whiten my teeth. I haven't been doing a very good job at using it as much as I would want to, but I really need to get on it. And I do need to purchase a few more. They do have they have one that's cruelty-free, or I don't know if their entire range is cruelty-free, but I do prefer them because they are cruelty-free. And I only purchased these because I think Crest, I used to use the Crest white strips, and I feel like they are not cruelty-free, so I prefer these guys by Cali White because it's cruelty-free, and we shouldn't be testing on animals in 2019, let's be real. That is all I have for you guys for this empties video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Do let me know if you have used any of the items I mentioned in the comments down below. Let me know if you love them, let me know if you hate them, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye. I'll, you know, every day, literally always just get itchy as soon as I start to film. So I don't, this is one of the more natural deodorants that has actually worked for me and I have loved. You can find Native at